And continues on Montana's news station.
Welcome back to Montana This Morning. I'm Mark Martello. Well, the man behind the Doobie Brothers lives part-time up in Big Sky. The Doobies manager, Bruce Cohn, also runs his own California winery. Our own Dan Boyce had a chance to speak with Cohn on balancing those two lives.
To start with, Mr. Cohn, you were just telling me here off camera that that this career that you've had managing the Doobie Brothers, starting a winery, it all kind of happened by accident.
Yeah, I really didn't plan being in the music business. My folks were both musicians and singers, and I guess that's where the love of music came from. But I just happened to meet the Doobie Brothers. I was working in television at the time, actually, in San Francisco, and got involved with the Doobies very early in their career, and been managing them now 40 years. And during that time, I moved back to the wine country where I was kind of raised by my folks, and I was raised on a dairy, and bought this ranch while I was touring with the Doobies in the early 70s to kind of chill out after these 150 city tours a year, and had some vineyard on the property, so I started to learn about vineyard, and bought books on viticulture and started to read them, and I ended up starting my own winery, Cohn Winery, in 1984. So we've been in business now 25 years, making ultra-premium quality California Cabernet and Chardonnay and Merlot and all the varietals.
Like you say, you've been with the Doobies now for 40 years.
Right.
Explain how you balance those responsibilities with now your other responsibilities that you've had for 20 years with the winery.
Well, the vineyard I've had almost as long as the wine. That was kind of 35 years of growing grapes. 25 years now making wine, and the olive oil company and the food products that I do now started in 1990. So I've kind of taken these steps one at a time. I do manage the Doobies and do the winery and all that at the same time, and it's just I do everything every day. I have a staff that some people are wine, some are music, and whatever phone rings we answer, and I'll book Doobies shows or sell wine, one of the two.
And speaking of booking a Doobies show, the Doobies played here.
I managed to get them here last September.
Yeah.
We played on Labor Day weekend up in Big Sky. It was a great concert. It was a full moon night, beautiful. I'm kind of a partial resident of Montana, and I've been coming here for about 5 years, and they were urging me to get the Doobies to come and play. So we were playing over in Seattle, and we got a way to get them over here and then get to Aspen. We did the Aspen Jazz Festival after that, and a couple long bus rides, but they made it through and played a great show.
I've heard reports that overall Americans are drinking more wine than ever, but the way that I've heard that the trends are going is away from higher end wines and more towards more cheap wines. And so I imagine for a company that maybe somehow tries to kind of stay sort of in the middle between those two areas.
Exactly, and we're in the middle. We didn't raise our prices when the bubble was going on in the last 5 to 7 years, and a lot of wineries really ratcheted up their prices because people would pay it. We didn't do that. We kept our prices the same, and it's not easy with the costs going up. Like French oak, a barrel used to be $600 from France. Now it's $1,000. So our costs are going up, but we're holding our line, and because of that, we're selling all our wine right now, and other people are having to ratchet back and do 2-for-1s and all kinds of discounting. But the Cohn line has been steady and really
through the recession.
Yeah,
in other words.
Yeah, pretty much recession-proof, and because the quality is in the bottle and the price is reasonable.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Cohn, hate to put you on the spot like this. Favorite product you sell?
Well, in wine, I like my Olive Hill Cab. That's my favorite. I like red wine. My favorite in the olive oil is my estate oil and my Meyer Lemon olive oil, which I use a lot for prawns and fish and finishing those dishes.
Well, I've been speaking with Bruce Cohn, proprietor of Cohn Winery and 40-year manager of the Doobie Brothers.
Still going. I'm going to see them tonight.
Okay. Well,
they're playing tonight.
Where's that?
They're in Reno.
Okay. All right. Well, you better get on the road then.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.